What's the deal with being over 10 minutes late without so much as a call?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Watarai. Actually, I'm attending my father-in-law's funeral. It happened so suddenly and my head's all over the place.
A funeral, huh? I understand. But as a professional, it would have been nice if you had at least made a phone call, even if it's your father-in-law's service. I doubt the CEO would think kindly of this either.
Actually, I'm currently at the CEO's funeral.
Wait, what?
My name is Keiichi Sato. I work at Tokimeki Supermarket. Huh? Hello?
Hello? Sato, where are you right now? What's the deal with being over 10 minutes late without so much as a call?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Watarai. Actually, I'm attending my father-in-law's funeral. It happened so suddenly and my head's all over the place.
A funeral, huh? I understand. But as a professional, it would have been nice if you had at least made a phone call, even if it's your father-in-law's service.
Actually, I'm currently at the CEO's funeral.
Wait, what?
Yesterday evening, he suddenly lost consciousness and...
Stop with the weird jokes, okay? There's no way that's true.
I truly apologize for not calling earlier. I'll contact you later. 1 hour later.
I apologize for not reaching out sooner. I'm Yui, and I'm the daughter of the CEO.
Is it really true what I heard? I heard something about your father being...
Yes, it's true. Once the funeral is over and things settle down, we plan to inform the employees.
I see. But I just don't understand. Why was I not invited while Sato was?
I believe I explained this earlier. Keiichi said he was attending his father-in-law's funeral, didn't he? That's because Keiichi is my husband. The late CEO was Keiichi's father-in-law.
But what? Sato is your... This is news to me.
We kept it a secret to avoid any disruptions at work. I apologize for that.
I am Tetsuru Watarai. I've worked at this company for over 40 years. Surely I should have been invited to the funeral.
I apologize. The truth is, my father requested during his lifetime that, in the event of his passing, the funeral be held with only close family. We respected his wishes for this occasion.
I see. I understand. I see. So, I wasn't considered part of the family.
1 week later.
I'm Yui Mikanai, the late CEO's secretary. Today I have an important announcement to make. As I mentioned in the email last week, my father, Tadashi Mikane, the CEO, has passed away. Thank you all for your support during his lifetime. The funeral has already been held privately with family.
I see. By the way, who's going to be the new CEO? Did he leave a will or anything like that?
There was a will, but it was just something left as a precaution, and wasn't very detailed. As for my father, he simply said the new CEO should be someone who produces solid results while considering not just the employees, but everyone. It's typical of him. So vague and abstract.
I see. Well, I believe I'm the most suitable candidate. I played a major role in growing Tokimeki Supermarket into the top supermarket in the state. No, even the surrounding ones. What specifically I and the employees who trust me have done is negotiate repeatedly with local residents and suppliers, making it a truly community-focused store that no other supermarket can match.
That's certainly true. There's no doubt that your achievements are remarkable.
Even now, we are a company loved by the community, carrying the weight of their expectations. Isn't that right, Yuji?
I genuinely trust that all my father's words are spot on. If he takes on the role of CEO, I'm confident he'll do a fantastic job. I'm sure the local community will be overjoyed and warmly welcome him, making negotiations much smoother as well.
Exactly. Yuji, you really get it.
Of course, it's not just thanks to my father or myself, but to everyone's efforts here at Tokimeki Supermarket.
Mr. Watarai, I fully understand your sentiments. However, this decision cannot be made just yet.
Why not? We already have a clear candidate.
Of course, Mr. Watarai, your contributions must be recognized as well. But let's not forget that half of Tokimeki sales come from products made locally in this state, while the other half comes from items such as prepared foods using ingredients sourced from other states and products manufactured elsewhere, local and external collaborations. We also need to give credit to the team working on those initiatives.
Well, yes, but...
Also, there was a major project that was progressing under my father's leadership before his passing. And the leader of that project is Sato.
Sato? Why Sato? Wait, first of all, what kind of project is this?
It's Tokimeki Supermarket's expansion into other states.
I had already expressed my opposition to the late CEO about that idea.
Yes, but for my father, expanding into other states was his dream, and something he was determined to achieve. Sato happens to be well-versed in products from other states, and has been making great progress in negotiations. Above all, he has shown more understanding and enthusiasm for the expansion than anyone else. You're aware of this too, aren't you, Mr. Watarai?
Well, Sato did often send me proposals along those lines, but...
If this project succeeds, it promises an extraordinary return. If we were to decide the CEO solely based on results, Sato could also become a candidate.
It's such a big idea, I feel like I'm about to faint.
You know, making decisions based on results is just one way to go about it. Just one. I can't believe a project like this is moving forward under Sato's leadership. Should I not have opposed it back then?
For now, even if we evaluate based on results, as long as sales are split equally, we must assess things fairly, which means we'll need a deciding factor beyond just results.
Vice CEO Katagiri. As always, he's indecisive when it matters most.
In my father's eyes, Mr. Katagiri was the most rational, serene, and industrious employee throughout his life. Therefore, I believe the role of the new CEO should temporarily go to Mr. Katagiri. The board of directors has already approved this, and it should be finalized after the shareholders' meeting. If Mr. Katagiri takes over my father's position, I'm sure it would make him happy. I ask you for your cooperation.
I understand.
As for the project I mentioned earlier, regarding expansion into other states, Sato will be at the center of it, with support from myself and several employees from the sales department. Well, this has gone on longer than expected. Everyone, please continue with your work today. Now then, let's get started and head out on a business trip for the expansion.
Yes, but Yui, are you sure you're okay?
Huh? Why do you ask?
No, I mean, with everything about your father, I hope you're not pushing yourself too hard.
Well, I mean, yeah. I'm not fully over it. But I mean, my father would definitely be upset if I didn't stick to his wishes. Don't you agree? And if I slack off, Mr. Watarai might start saying weird things again, you know?
Well, that's true. We really need to stay focused. We can't afford to let this project fail.
Exactly.
After that, Yui and I worked with coordinators to develop prepared food products, holding repeated negotiations with food supply companies. So, what do you think? I understand that, as a supermarket from another prefecture, there may naturally be some mistrust. But Tokimeki Supermarket isn't here to dominate the local market. We want to offer more options to consumers.
We have many unique products that only Tokimeki Supermarket can provide. We'd love for people in this region to experience our quality as well.
Oh, I see. I understand your intentions, I really do, but we already have contracts with supermarkets that are deeply rooted in this community. If we were to sign with a supermarket from another state, it might not leave the best impression. I see. It's true that business is all about relationships, and it's a delicate matter, isn't it? Of course, I'd love to consider this positively, and I've always heard good things about Tokimeki Supermarket. However, it's proving difficult to get a definitive yes from them.
It seems like everyone is mindful of appearances and existing relationships.
Like we figured, it's a pretty tough hurdle to jump over.
We just have to stay persistent and keep trying.
You're right. However, contracts remained elusive, and we came to realize how challenging it is to expand into another state.
Hey, Sato. Looks like you're having a hard time.
Mr. Watarai.
Our new store just opened, and we've been welcoming tons of customers every day. Dreaming big is important, but I've come to appreciate the value of keeping your feet on the ground and working hard.
I see.
Well, do your best. If there's anything I can support, I'll help out.
Is this what keeping your feet on the ground really means?
Sato, while sorting through my father's belongings, I found this.
Huh? What's this?
It's a notebook my father wrote before he passed. It contains his plans and thoughts on expanding into other states.
This is an invaluable resource.
Yes, and it also includes something very important.
What is it?
My father didn't want to expand into other states just to grow the company. He wanted to bring the knowledge and expertise gained from other regions back home to make everyone here happy.
Really?
He was always a community-focused leader who genuinely loved this place.
Yeah, that's true.
And there was also a message for you, Sato. Don't be afraid. Keep looking forward and hang in there, Sato. If you got time to stand still, use it for persistent negotiations.
That's so like him.
For someone who often left things to others, he sure had a lot to say, huh? But I really think my father genuinely loved you, Sato. I mean, Keiichi. He always praised how much effort you put in behind the scenes.
Yui.
All right, let's do our best, future CEO.
No. I don't think I'm going to grow into something that big. But I'll do my best. From there, I renewed my resolve and continued with the negotiations. And then time passed.
Very well. The customer turnout today is fantastic. Huh? What's the matter? Visiting our new store?
Actually, the new store in the other state is the same size as this one.
So, we thought we'd take a look at the layout of the deli and beverage sections here.
Oh, I see. So the new store successfully opened. That's great to hear. Oh, hi there. Actually, the supermarket is considering expanding to other states. What do you think about that?
Well, when I think of Tokimeki Supermarket, I think of it as part of our state. I'm worried that it might pull out of our local area if that happens.
I know, ma'am. It's a bit concerning. Did you hear that, Yui? This is what our customers are saying.
I see. Well then, ma'am, if the supermarket started offering deli items that are only sold in other states, or products made with ingredients from the areas we expand into, and they were cheaper, wouldn't that make you happy?
Well, if the prices are lower, of course I'd be happy.
Right? You see, the previous CEO was very passionate about expanding to other states, and there's a reason behind it.
Oh, the one who passed away recently. I'd like to hear the reason.
The late CEO wanted to take the knowledge and expertise gained in other states and give back to the local community.
That's the idea we hold most dear as we open new stores in other states.
Well, that's wonderful. If people go out but always come back to support the community, then we'd feel happy to fully support that effort as well.
Really? I'd appreciate it.
See? This is how our customers feel. Ugh.
I've got a great idea. Let's do a survey about the expansion. What do you think?
That's a great idea. Everyone, if you don't mind, could you place a sticker on the whiteboard to show whether you agree or disagree with the ideas written here?
For those who participate, we'll give out a 50-cent discount coupon.
No need to go that far.
We've also written the reasons for conducting the survey, so please take a moment to read them if you can. 2 hours later, most of the responses are in favor.
What do you think, Mr. Watarai? The majority of the customers are supportive of the idea.
Well, you are right. This is unexpected. But you see, if local sales end up being higher, that will prove that I was right. In the end, it's all about results.
Dad. Take a look at this. It's the projected sales figures for the stores in other states.
Let me see. What? 1.5 times higher than ours?
Yes. We're planning to offer some of the lowest prices and largest variety of products in the region we're expanding to.
Honestly, we're expecting even higher sales than these projections.
What? Yuji, how do you even have this data?
Well, Dad, I'm on your side, of course, but I'm also on the side of this company. If sales go up and it benefits the community, isn't that a win-win? Your stubbornness. It's just you wanting to prove that you're right, isn't it? Yuji. It's not about stubbornness. The person who becomes CEO should be someone who pursues their work with a solid vision and sees it through to the end. You weren't like this in the past, Dad. You used to be someone overflowing with passion. Someone who wanted to work hard with everyone and make things happen together.
Yuji.
Mr. Watarai, we're giving it everything we've got in the other states. We'll leave the local area in your hands.
We'll deliver results and come back stronger. So don't lose heart. Keep doing your best.
I don't need you to tell me that. Well, there's no way things will go that smoothly.
Looks like Mr. Watarai is really sulking now.
When your own son says something like that, it's hard not to, huh? But this is where the real battle begins.
That's right. It's time to make your dad's dream a reality. After that, the first store in the new state was a huge success, leading to an increase in the number of stores and establishing Tokimeki Supermarket as a well-known supermarket in the region. Meanwhile, Mr. Watarai, having fully realized his defeat, resigned from the company. He tried to leverage his local connections and make a name for himself at another supermarket, but without the Tokimeki brand behind him, and considering that it wasn't Watarai himself who was well-liked, his negotiations kept failing, and he ended up being regarded as a disappointment. On the other hand,
You two make such a lovely pair. I truly appreciate everything you do for this supermarket.
Aw, don't mention it. Hearing that really motivates us.
here's a coupon for you.
Thank you, dear.
Do you think Dad would be proud?
I'm sure he is, and probably telling us to work even harder.
Yeah, you're right.
Thanks for watching until the end.
Don't forget to subscribe to the channel.